Hello, I'm Ms. Voz, and today I will be showing you an art lesson that focuses on the technique of rubbing. For this lesson, I would use it for grade 2, 3, and 4. It's very cost effective. You need few materials, and they're generally pretty cheap. First of all, you need some liquid glue, some cardboards, all different sizes, a white piece of paper, some recycled paper, crayons, as well as silver or gold spray paint to finish the student's final product. My curriculum unit focus for this lesson would be geared towards textures, using smooth, rough, different edges, as well as using different lines. Straight, contoured, jagged. As well, when we begin to do the rubbing, I would incorporate the idea of primary and secondary colors to improve the student's final product. For an assessment tool, I would use in-class observations, and to assess their final product, I would use a rubric, which include participation, use of texture and lines, as well as their creative process. You will need to complete this project in 2 separate days. The first day, it will take approximately an hour and 15 minutes to finish the first section of the project, as you will be applying the glue to the cardboard. Once the glue has dried, you will be able to begin the rubbing process, which will take approximately an hour for your students to complete. The first step of this lesson is to have each student pick up a piece of recycled paper from the bin and draw a picture, a very simple picture. You can pick any theme for the students. Today I'm going to say our theme is seasons. So the students must pick their favorite season and draw a simple image of it. You need to explain and make it clear that their images cannot be very detailed. They need to be simple lines, no intricate details. Once students have completed their rough draft, they will transfer this image onto a piece of cardboard and ensuring all their lines are simple and clear. Once the students have finished transferring their image onto their piece of cardboard, the next step is to apply glue. You can explain to the students the slower they move their glue bottle, the thicker their lines will be, and the faster they move, the thinner they will be. Once the students have finished the gluing process, we'll set their projects aside and come back in a couple days and begin the rubbing process, which is the funnest part. They get to incorporate all different colors, primary, secondary. The students really love it. Once the student's glue has dried, they can begin the rubbing process. They'll need to begin with a plain blank piece of paper, which they will place on their cardboard. Next step, they will choose crayons. They can choose one color or multiple, and they will begin to lightly rub their project. I would suggest telling the students that rubbing in the same direction will show their artwork much better, and it will rub. The final product will be much more clear. The students will have an opportunity to do multiple rubbings. It is to the teacher's discretion how many they would like to do in total. I like to have them do at least 3 that we can post in the classroom. Once students have completed their rubbings, the next step is to spray paint their piece of cardboard to create a final product. In grade 2, I would suggest the teacher complete the spray painting, but in the upper grades, I would allow the students to spray paint their own piece of cardboard, but just make it clear the safety rules with using spray paint. Once the students have finished their rubbings as well as their spray paint, we will put it all together on a big poster board, and they can pick their 3 favorite rubbings, and we can display it in the classroom for the rest of the school to see. My outcomes I would use for this art lesson would be grade 2 outcome CP 2.8, create artwork using a variety of visual art concepts, forms, and media. Indicator A, classify a large variety of lines using words and apply an own work. Indicator F, classify different kinds of textures using own words and apply observations to own work. For grade 3, I would use outcome CP 3.8, create artwork using a variety of visual concepts, forms, and media. Indicator B, apply understanding of contour lines to form the outline of an object. Indicator C, investigate the relationships of colors and the color wheel. And for grade 4, I would use outcome CP 4.8, create artworks using a variety of visual art concepts, forms, and media. Indicator A, demonstrate imaginative use of the elements of art, including line, color, texture, shape, form, and space. As well as indicator B, recognize complementary colors as being opposite of each other on the color wheel. The learning objectives for this art lesson would be able to have the students understand that texture impacts art. Lifted surfaces allow for the transfer of images to other surfaces, as well as different lines make different impressions. They show up differently on their rubbings. Thick lines show up better, thin lines do not. And lastly, students are able to use different colors and mixtures in their rubbings.